Hey guys, welcome back to the Game Room. Hope you're all well. Today we're going to be looking at the PlayStation 2 collection. So following on from my PlayStation 3 video I posted a couple of days ago, we're going to look through my PlayStation 2 games. I only have a small stack to begin with, but this is just to let you know where I am right now in December of 2022. 2023 is going to be the year where I start to pick up a lot more PlayStation 2 games. I have about 40 odd on my list currently that I want to get. There will be more added to that list as I find them. I'm only buying exclusives for the most part as well. There will be the odd exception, but for the most part I want to just buy exclusives because I want to get cross-platform for the Xbox. And having said that, you will have seen me pick up some PlayStation games this year, PlayStation 2 games this year, that I've shown in pickup videos, which are not going to be in this video. The only reason for that is because I've now replaced them with Xbox versions, so they're superior. So the PlayStation 2 games are now in the trade pile. So just so you know, in case you're thinking, well, where are those games? Right, so let's crack on. First one is a game I love. I've talked about it a lot. It's brilliant. You should definitely play it. That's 24 the game, based on the popular TV show with Kiefer Sutherland, one of my favourite TV shows. As you can see, I've got all the DVDs and the Blu-rays there every season. Only missing one thing so far, which is the special that they did on Sky, which I can't remember what it was called when they went to Africa. So I still need to buy that. It's only on DVD, unfortunately, but I will get that at some point because that's the only missing part of my 24 collection. I've got everything else. Phenomenal TV show, by the way. If you've never seen it, highly recommend checking it out. It's one of the best shows ever made. And this game is absolutely incredible. I've said it before. I'll just keep it brief. If you like the TV show, you're going to love the game. If you've never watched the TV show, still play the game because it tells a brilliant story. It's really well executed. And you get to play with multiple characters. There's different styles of gameplay. It's not just cover shooting. You do get to drive cars and solve puzzles. It's really, really well done. And there's even some Quantic Dream elements in there with the interrogations. I love it. I've finished it again recently. Had a great time with it. It's a phenomenal game. I highly recommend it. And it's definitely an overlooked game that no one talks about. And more people should play it. Next one is the game I haven't played yet because I need a light gun. And that is Gunfighter II. The Legend of Jesse James. So yes, I believe I can't play this with a controller. I'm not 100% certain, I haven't checked. Oh, I take it back. Actually, it does sound the back analog compatible. I didn't realise that. Oh, in that case, I'll put it in and try it and see what it's like. So yeah, I just picked it up in a bundle a while ago. You'd have seen it in a pickup video. Probably my first PlayStation 2 pickups. And I wanted to give it a shot because why not? You know, it reminded me of Mad Dog McCree, so I thought it might be decent. But I do want to get a G-Con 2 next year because I'm really missing playing light gun games, and they're about 20 quid now, so they're starting to rise. And if you want them in a box, they're a fair bit more. So yeah, so I need to get a G-Con 2. Also need to get a G-Con 45 for my PlayStation as well. Next one is a recent addition, which I showed in a recent pickup video. It's Intellivision Lives, and so I picked this up because I'm really interested in the Intellivision Amico console. Didn't know anything about Intellivision until that console was announced, and so I got the Evercade cartridge, the first one. Really enjoyed some of the games like Astra Smash, Shark, and what's the one I'm forgetting that I absolutely loved? Oh, hang on, it's on the back of here. It's got to be. No, they didn't put the names of the games on here. Oh, hang on, there's a couple. No, Night Stalker. I've just seen the picture of it. Night Stalker is a brilliant game. So I wanted to get it on the PlayStation 2 just so I can play it on the CRT and have it slightly authentic. I said in my pickups video, I really like the fact that they put background music on this as well, so it kind of enhances when you're playing Astro Smash. It's really cool. So yeah, great games. Next one is a game I love and a very nostalgic game. I remember playing a lot of this back in the day when it came out. That is Quake III Revolution, and I've been playing this recently and it holds up so well. I love this arena style of first-person shooter. It's so much fun. You're only playing against computer bots, but it's a really, really well-balanced game. And I've won a lot of matches, and it's so satisfying to go back and play that and remember what those games are like. When you're running around and you're jumping up in the air and firing at people and trying to dodge the bullet, it's just absolutely great. And the sound effects, the music, the speech is absolutely awesome. I love those style of games. So it's a shame they've gone out of fashion, really. Obviously, you've got the online multiplayer, but it's not the same as these style of games. The Call of Duties now are way in excess of these. Next up, of course, a game that, if you know me, this goes like hand in hand with PlayStation for me, PlayStation 2. Love this game. Smuggler's Run. I've talked about it a lot over the years, played it to death. Still not finished it, by the way. It's a massive game, there's a lot to do. but it is so good. And I still think the graphics actually look really, really nice. It's really colourful. It might not be that detailed, but it looks good and it holds up and it plays really well as well. Really fun game. So yeah, I mean, you've got different modes as well, so you don't have to just do the package collection. You can, I'm trying to think what the other missions were. Yeah, there's head to head on the run. There's all different, but I'm blanking. But I know that there was different mission types I was trying with. So I'm trying to think of the one I was playing recently, both on this one and also Smuggler's Run 2 Hostile Territory, which is even better looking. Very nice game. Yeah, what was the mission I was playing? Because you have the normal one, you have to just go and grab the parcel, and then you have to try and deliver it to the next part and not get hit and have it taken off you. It's the one where I was playing where you play and there's you, and the computer controls another couple of characters to help you out. And it's a team game, that's what I was thinking of. And you're playing against the computer and you have to run to get the package. So obviously the computer can control your other characters and get the package for you. And you can protect them and it will protect you as well. It's really good. But graphically, it holds up really nicely. It's a really good game, really fun. It can be a little frustrating sometimes when you're under the gun and you're on the timer trying to get to a package and you're trying to figure out the quickest way there and the police are bashing your car up. It's a nightmare. But I love the Smuggler's Run games. It's a real shame you never got a third one. Next one is Space Invaders Invasion Day, which is like a modern day version. So you have the character at the bottom of the screen moving left and right like the old spaceships used to do. It's just a person now, and you have all the aliens come there. It's all like sort of 2.5D, I suppose. I don't think it's actually 3D. Might be. But yeah, I really enjoy it. It's a really fun, just blast everything game. If you want to see a gameplay, just go on my channel. It's been there for years. So I picked it up back in the day and did a gameplay for it. Next up, is no surprise to anyone, is Time Crisis 2. I love my light gun games. As I say, I need to get a G-Con 2. This is an incredible game. This is as close to the arcade you're probably going to get on a console. Absolutely phenomenal. Very short, but very brilliant. And yeah, I need to get number 3 and I need to get Crisis Zone because I've never finished those. I've never really got into them that much. Whereas number 2 I've completed many times. Yeah, love Time Crisis games. Right, next one. Next one is another arena shooter. So we're going for Unreal Tournament this time. Actually, you know what? I haven't played this since I picked it up. I've played it back in the day when it came out. I played it a lot. I used to play this in Quake all the time. But I've not actually played it since I picked it up recently, so I need to do that. I'm sure it would play just as well as Quake does. But yeah, when I played Quake, it reminded me of how much I enjoy those arena shooters. Because I don't do online gaming, so the whole Call of Duty thing doesn't appeal to me whatsoever. But that's really cool. Right, last couple of games are absolute beauties. First one, Virtua Cop Elite Edition, which thank God you can use the controller for. And it uses analog sticks as well, not just D-pad. So I was playing this the other night. It's really good, actually. The analog controls, it works really well. It felt like when I was playing Die Hard Trilogy on PS1. It's really smooth and better because you're using analog sticks instead of the D-pad. Obviously, I'm going to use the gun when I get the gun. But yeah, really nice combination of the first 2 games. Graphics look really good. Really fun. I love light gun games. You can't go wrong with them. That's the one thing that's missing with modern consoles. I know that someone's created a light gun. I saw it on Retro Man Cave on Neil's channel, but apparently it's very expensive as well. So, yeah. Last one is Medal of Honor Vanguard. I recently posted a video talking about this in depth. So if you want to hear my in-depth thoughts, please check out that video, where I talk about Medal of Honor Frontline, European Assault and Vanguard, because I finally completed all 3 of them. This is an absolutely incredible game. Without doubt my favourite Medal of Honor for this generation. It does everything right. You can run, you can use iron sights, you can parachute. It's absolutely superb. The level design's great. It's really fun to play through. Sound design's exceptional. Yeah, it's great. It's just the end of the game. If you have it on anything other than the lowest difficulty, it will drive you insane the last part of the game. But besides that, the actual game itself is really, really, really good. And if you like Medal of Honor Airborne, you're going to absolutely love Vanguard. It's such a shame it never came to Xbox. But again, making games exclusive, it is advantageous because they can use the technology properly. Vanguard, I never noticed any frame rate issues. It ran smooth all the way through. I played Frontline and European Assault on PlayStation 2, and the frame rate at certain parts is absolutely atrocious, and it's very close to game breaking in some parts, which of course the Xbox won't have, which is why I've got them for the Xbox now. I've tried to play Rising Sun, by the way. God, it's boring. It's really not a good game, so yeah, I'm going to struggle with that one. But there you go, guys. I just wanted to let you know what PlayStation 2 games I've got so far. As I say, I'm going to be buying a lot more next year. I want to really boost the PS2 collection and get that one sorted out. Because as I say, I've got about 40 odd games at the moment on the list. I'll probably add more to the list. Unfortunately, there's a couple I'd love to get, but the price of them is absolutely ridiculous. There's Raiden, which is like in the hundreds, so I'm not buying that. And there's the SNK collection as well, which is like a load of Neo Geo games. I'd love to get that. Again, very expensive game, so those are off the list. I won't be buying those, I don't think. But you never know. Maybe a miracle might happen at some point. But there's plenty of other great games that I've not played on PlayStation 2. And, you know, this is the one console that over the years, I've had a lot of PlayStation 2s, but I've never really gotten into the library. It's always been the console that I just cannot connect with. But in recent times, I'm starting to really enjoy it now. I'm starting to enjoy it a lot more. And I'm using the mindset of just seeing it as a souped up PlayStation, so it's got better graphics than the PS1. And that seems to work for me. And, you know, I'm really enjoying the controller. I love the DualShock controllers. They're really good. But yeah, Xbox is still my console for this generation. Without doubt, the best console. It's got all the power, you know, best graphics, smooth frame rate. But when it comes to exclusive, the PlayStation 2 has got some great ones. So yeah, I'll be adding them to the collection. So thank you very much for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Really helps me. And if you want to see more content, just click subscribe, ring the notification bell, and leave your comments down below. And I'll see you next time.